Developing Successful Organizational and Marketing Strategies. Chapter 2. Kinds of organizations. Organization, something that offers a product or something that offers a service. For-profit businesses, meaning they're selling products or services and their goal is to make money. Non-profit organization, an NGO, hospital, church, and the final one is the government. Characteristics of strategic business units are often known as SBUs. It is a single business or collection of related businesses. It has shown its own set of competitors. It has a leader responsible for strategic planning and profitability. An example would be Ford. Ford has vans, Ford has trucks, Ford has cars, Ford has SUVs. Each one of those product types or SBUs has their own marketing plan, their own competitors, often their own suppliers. Everything about them is unique, even though they are all underneath the Ford brand name. Another example could be Procter & Gamble, where they have multiple products and brands underneath the same. Strategy and organizational structure. Functional level, groups create value for the organization. So they're the people that are out there doing the work. And then you have the departments, groups with a specific function, maybe marketing or accounting or finance, human resources, and cross-functional teams, which is becoming an example would be where the executives will make a cross-functional team with someone from marketing, someone from accounting, someone from finance, someone from maybe the IT or MIS department, and put them all together with the same goal so that they can complete a task or maybe get a new SBU off the ground or a new product off the ground together so that they are not working individually with their departments focused. They're working as a team with multiple backgrounds. Visionary organizations nowadays, or so much over the last 4 or 5 years, has become very common for organizations to really become visionary and focus on the future and have a great understanding of what's happening. Or the core of this, of course, is understanding and establishing a strong foundation that will support you through the good and the bad that comes with running a business. And it also sets a direction for you to go so that you're not sort of taking a shotgun approach and trying to appeal to everyone or chasing the bright lights, which will ultimately end up hurting your company in the long run. You need to have a direction that you can stay focused through the good and the bad. And this will allow you to create strategies to successfully develop and market their offerings. Once you have a good foundation and a good direction that you can stay to and stay true to, then you can start to create strategies that will lead you to success and you can reach those customers that will purchase your products and be happy for them. Mission statement and organizational cultures. A mission statement is considered the backbone of the company. It's limited long-term view and it's memorable. It's always very short. It's 1 or 2 sentences long. It includes the goals of the company and it also includes all of the stakeholders oftentimes in the company. Not always, but often it does. It's something that everyone inside of the company can sort of live by. So it cannot be long. It cannot be a novel. It must be very short and strong and oftentimes powerful so that people can grasp it and understand the goal of the company, whether they are employees or customers or suppliers or people just looking in. Everyone knows what the goal of that company is. The mission statement then is what leads into the corporate culture as the shared experiences, stories, beliefs, and norms. If you think about a company like Google, which is very famous for their creative company culture, and they often say that the reason they're so successful is because they have such a great culture. There is no such thing as a good culture or a bad culture. Or there is a bad culture, of course, but depending on the types of products that you are selling or the goal of your company, the cultures can be different. One extreme is Google, where it's very creative and they succeed because they're very creative. The other extreme is like the military. The military is not creative. It's a very hierarchical based culture that's very rigid. But the reason is because when you're in battle, it is not a time for creativity. It is a time to be quick, think quick, and to act quick so that you can save lives. Organizational direction. You have to think about, what is our business? What do we do? What's our purpose? What is the business model? What is the goal of this company? What are we actually setting out to do? And then the organizational direction, the what, the goals or objectives, targets for performance we want to achieve. Is our goal to make profit? Is our goal to make sales? What kind of sales? Are we looking more at numbers, meaning quantity, or are we looking more at money? Are we looking for market share? Meaning, do we want to be the largest market leader, like someone like Coke, or do we want to be more of a niche brand like Red Bull? Do we want to focus on quality? So if you can think about, oftentimes high quality products cost more money, so you're going to have much less sales. Or do you want lower quality, which are cheaper, and you can make much more, you can have more sales? Customer satisfaction, employee welfare, social responsibility, efficiency. So you can think about, you have to understand, what is the goal of your product, or what is the goal of your company and your organization, so that when you mail the products and you sell them, you can understand, so that everything matches and it makes sense. If things don't make sense on the inside, they're not going to make sense on the outside, and people will not buy your products and you will go out of business. How do we set goals? One of the methods is using the SMART method, which is specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, it's time-based. Setting a strategic direction. Can we deliver the benefits better than our competitors? Will the profits be more than the expenses? So the first one, can we deliver the benefits better than our competitors? What is the value that we are offering? Is the value that we are offering our customers better than anybody else's? And it's important to remember, you have to have better value, but you also have to be better at communicating that value to your customers. It's easy to make a product that is better than everybody else's, but it is very difficult to communicate that to your customers so that they understand you are offering something better. So it's more than just having a better product. You have to have both of them combined to become successful. And then you can start to become profitable. If you can't get sales and your prices don't match, it's very difficult to become successful. So if you think about, when you go to somewhere like Amazon and you see all these products for $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, you have to understand, the only way for them to be profitable is to sell thousands and thousands and thousands of those units. Because if you start to think about the math of, like, how much does Amazon take? How much is shipping? How much is insurance? How much do my employees cost? What are just the costs of making that product? It all adds up to a lot. And now you have a very, very tiny margin to make money left, compared to a product, maybe like a Gucci purse where it costs $2,000, $3,000. They don't sell as many, but the profit they make per sale is very large. So you have to think about, what is your goals?